We're at the Cinema Arts Center. We have a really unique guest today, and it's Unit Zappa. She's, of course, the daughter of the great composer Frank Zappa, and she's written a book called Earth to Moon.
Unit Zappa. Unit, thank you for being with us.
Yeah, so when I was growing up, people would always ask, what was it like growing up with Frank Zappa for a father? And for me, it was just embarrassing music. And if I had written it any sooner, meaning before Gail or Frank had died, it would have been sort of, you know, the Zappa family values, these fun, quirky stories about unconventional parenting. I was introduced to both my parents as Gail and Frank, not mother and father, mom and dad. When Gail died and left some very disappointing betrayal in her will, only two of us were allowed to have access to the intellectual property and honor our father and keep his legacy alive and not be involved in any of the decision making, essentially wishing two of her children well, but not the other two. The book is the result of that, Earth to Moon.
I don't understand you.
Well, I hope they still love my father's music. Ultimately, I'm asking, is genius worth the collateral damage to the rest of the family? Because we all sacrificed something so that my father's music and legacy could exist.
Valley girl, she's a valley girl. Valley girl, she's a valley girl.
All the stuff that I wrote about Valley Girl came last, because when I turned the book in, I had a blind spot. I did not even write about my experiences working with my father. What I realized later was such a loaded, critical, confusing, and painful time.
He's like Mr. Boo-Foo. We're talking Lord God King Boo-Foo.
My father would tour for sometimes 7 to 9 months out of the year, and after 13 years of it, I had had enough. And so I wrote a note and I slid it under the door of his studio, and it just said, maybe you'd like to work together, because I figured out that's what he likes to do, so that's how I was going to have to spend time with him. And then he woke me up one night on a school night, and he said, let's go record. And you don't say no when destiny calls. So.
I am sure, that's like gross. Barf out.
I recorded, I think, something like 13 or 17 tracks with him, just improvising.
He was like freaking me out. He called me a beastie.
He just would say, okay, now throw in the word tubular, say gag me with a spoon. And so we were just going back and forth in this humorous way. And it was, I mean, I wished it would never end.
That's like totally disgusting. I'm like so sure. I'm like, barf me out. Gag me with a spoon.
I was asked to do Solid Gold, which was my nightmare because I did not have the song memorized, and so I had all the lyrics written in a teen magazine as a prop, and I would just like glance down and be like, I hope I got this, and then hopefully I capture something.
That was my skull. I'm so wasted.
The movie Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Cameron Crowe's writing in particular was extremely influential.
Hey, bud, let's party.
And when they turned it into a TV version, they asked me to be a language consultant. So I was a teenager, just making sure that the language in the script sounded authentically teenage. So I got to do some acting as well. So it was overall just an amazing experience. I couldn't have been opposite Frank. As a partner, I would have been out of there. I describe an environment that maybe to some might even read like science fiction. If you've ever felt like a fish out of water, if you've ever felt marginalized, I just kind of lay out all the things I tried, and hopefully you can get to self-love faster than I did.
Barf out. Gag me with a spoon. Gross. I am sure. Totally.